Hello everyone, I'm going to be talking about the Corsair gaming keyboard. This keyboard retails for around $50 and is a very good budget-friendly gaming keyboard. As you can see here, first off, visually, it looks pretty good. It's got all kinds of fancy lightings that you can change within their software interface, and you can make it do whatever you want, blink, do the little like rolling rainbow color like I got going right now, or anything of that nature. So for visual effects, it's pretty good for 50 bucks, I think. I mean, it lights up, it looks good. I mean, you can't argue with the results. So yeah, if you're a visual person, you're sold. There it is. Anyway, the functionality of this thing is, I looked at higher models of this brand, and you can tell that, it's a little bit cheaper in how it feels and everything, but overall, it still is a really good keyboard. I've been gaming on it for about a week now, and I have had no issues versus, some other keyboards that I have had issues. The thing that I love about it, first off, just looking at it, is the fact that it has all these buttons right here. You can macro this to no end. You can set up all kinds of crazy different things for your games, and you have 6 options. So if you have the mouse like I do over there, it is totally worth it, because that mouse is also a budget-friendly mouse, and it doesn't have as many key bindings as this keyboard does. So they make an awesome combo overall. One thing I also love about this keyboard is the fact that it has this wrist rest on it. I've been using computers since pretty much my whole life, and my hands ain't what they used to be 10 years ago, and it is so nice to be able to rest your wrist on something other than, keeping it up, or, on the cold metal or wood that your computer stand might have. So that's an awesome feature. That's a seller right there for me. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it had that, or I would be going out and buying a cheap wrist rest, because otherwise my hands will start hurting. Over here, it has some of the better like primary buttons. It's got like the Windows button up in there, and then video pausing and your sound control and everything, brightness control. It has the keypad, of course, thank God. I don't know why you'd want a desktop keyboard without one. Your standard function keys. They don't dress up all the keys to make them too confusing. They keep them all pretty simple. Your standard keyboard layout. They don't put some kind of weird buttons on there that are hard to understand. But yeah, I mean, the main drawback, just like the mouse, this grippy wrist rest here, it will show hand and finger oil, as you can see as I swipe across it. Maybe, it's putting a little bit on there. I did wipe it off a little bit for this video, but yeah, it does show that a little bit. I mean, it is black, so it's got that, it's going to show. Like I said, I've only had it for about a week, and it isn't showing too bad, so it's fine. Just give it a wipe down once in a while. I can't really think of any other real issues with this keyboard. I mean, it just functions and works like it should. Where other things, you spend a lot of money, and sure, maybe the keys, they feel a little bit better or something like that. But I mean, they're pretty good. Like, my fingers don't slide off them very easy. They're grippy enough. I mean, they certainly work. I mean, I suppose if you gamed on this hard, like, multiple hours a day for 2-3 years, you might start seeing some wear on the keys. But I mean, it's a $50 keyboard, so I mean, to me, if I got 3 years out of a $50 keyboard, I'm pretty much satisfied. I would imagine that this would last a lot longer than that. I mean, I had that mouse now for about a year, and it shows